Hi everyone, welcome back to one more video where we are going to see the practical about the bash scripting in Linux. Okay, so one way of uh, thinking about a script is like we can think of a script for a play or a movie or a TV show. Okay, so the script basically tells the actors what they should say and do, right? So similarly, a script for a computer tells the computer what it should do or what it should print over the screen. Okay. In the context of Bash script, we are telling the Bash shell what it should do. Okay. A Bash script is basically a plain text file which contains a series of commands. These commands are a mixture of commands we would normally type ourselves on the command line, such as ls command, cp command, cd command, okay, pwd command, grep command, awk command, and many more like du command, ps command, ps-ef command, okay, piping command. So the list is uh, unlimited. Okay, so I'll basically show you how a simple script looks like. Okay, let me create a normal. So every script in shell ends with an extension .sh. Okay, so whenever you are trying to create a script, always make sure that the script have an extension .sh. Like I'm just now going to create nano. Okay, I'm going to give a script name as first and giving the extension of the script as sh. Okay, so my script, I'm inside the script and I need to now start writing the script. Okay, so at the start of any bash script, there is a command called shebang command. Okay, then bash. So this command, this line of command, the entire line of command is called a shebang command. Okay, so at the start of any bash script, you will typically find the shebang line. Okay, shebang is what you can say. This is quite crucial. Okay, it basically specify the interpreter that should be used to execute the script. Okay, so if you change the bash with Python, okay, if you change the bash with Python, then it will basically redirect or provide the interpreter. It will basically use the interpreter as Python instead of bash. So that's the importance of bash. You cannot escape it. Okay, it's the most crucial part of any script. Okay, so it basically, as I said, is specify the interpreter that should be used to execute the script. Okay, so when a bash script is run, the system basically looks at the shebang line to determine which shell to use. Okay, as I said you just now, if you've written Python instead of bash, then it will look for a Python interpreter. Similarly, if you have passed bash as the interpreter, it will look for the bash as the interpreter. Okay, to ensure that the script is interpreted correctly. So that's the main goal why we pass the shebang command at the top of any script. Okay, in case where different versions of bash or different shells altogether might be used. Okay, so different the shebang line becomes so in a summary we can say the shebang line becomes an essential directive for script compatibility and proper execution. Okay, without without the shebang command at the starting, a bash command cannot get executed. Okay, so as I've told you, provided you with the introduction of what exactly the bash script is. It is basically used to automate the task that we perform on a day-to-day basis and avoid the repeatability of a code that we need to write again and again so that it can save our lots of time. Okay, so I'm going to write a simple bash script. Okay, it will basically print. So I will basically write a simple series of commands. Okay, so this series of command, what it will do, this bash script, what it will do is basically print a simple hello in a script. When we execute it, it will basically going to print a hello world in the terminal. Okay, so I'm giving a command, uh, passing a command echo hello world, and just it's enough. Okay, and do a control X. Why? So every time when you want to run this script or execute this script, that is first.sh. In my case, you need to give like bash followed by the script name first.sh. So when you execute this script, you see it printed the echo message that we have passed inside that first.sh script. You can see it exactly what's there, hello world.sh, and it printed exactly the same. Okay, so this is quite basic example. Okay, now we will see how we can make our script more interactive by asking input from the user. Okay, so let's edit the same script file first.sh that we have just recently created. Okay, so to take input from the user, there is a command called read command. Okay, there's a command called read command. So just give a read command and okay, just give a read command and okay. So first you need to give echo what you want to get input from. Okay, so for example, I want to ask for his age. Okay, so I will print a message. Can you please enter your age? Okay, and I'm going to store his age in a variable called age. Okay, so this is a variable. Age is a variable, and read is a keyword used to take the output and store it in an age variable. Okay, so once this part is done, it stores the value inside age variable. I can print it. Okay, on a screen. Your age is dollar symbol age. Okay, I'll explain you why I have used dollar here. Okay, for now, let's see how it will work. So again, use a bash and give a script name file first.sh. You see, it is asking us for entering our age. So my age is 24, so I'm giving it 24. You see, it basically replaces the message your age with, uh, with my age, with whatever I have entered in a command line. So this is basically a basic about bash scripting in Linux, and I'm going to explain you why I have used dollar over there. Okay, so I will cat into the first.sh. Okay, so you might be thinking why I have passed dollar age symbol. Okay, so dollar is like there's a keyword here. Okay, it has a special meaning in Linux. Okay, dollar symbol is it's a keyword. You cannot make use of it as a variable. Okay, it is a keyword, and it has a special meaning in Linux, as I said. So when someone entered a value and it gets stored inside a variable age. Okay, so to print it onto the screen, the value of age, we have used dollar symbol. Okay, similarly, I will give you one more example by editing that script post.sh. If you see, I'll now ask for another input from the user. Okay, I'll ask for like what's your uh, roll number, just for example, what is your roll number? And taken like mine was 24. So I will first store in a variable called roll. Okay, I'm storing the uh, input that user is going to provide into a variable called roll number. Roll. Okay, and going to print it on a screen with your roll number is dollar symbol roll. So again, I am passing dollar symbol to print the variable value. If you omit the dollar symbol, it will basically going to print this entire sentence. If you omit the dollar symbol, it will going to print the entire sentence as it is, and not going to fetch the variables value. Okay, let's see. I am not giving the dollar value over, and I'm giving a dollar value here. I'm not giving a dollar value here. So I'm going to save it first, and you can see it on your own. Okay, when I'm going to execute it, bash, it is asking for my age 24. It is asking for my roll number that was 21. See, when I have not given a dollar symbol in front of roll, it, it basically interpreted it as a normal string and not as a and not printed a variable value. So that's why we use a dollar symbol to basically print a variable's value. Okay, so this is all about bash scripting in Linux. This is quite basic examples, I know, but later on going like on the next videos, we are going to see some more practical uses of the Linux. Okay, we are going to see how to take backups and where we can make use of it in our day-to-day tasks. Okay, so I also want to give you like some of the real-time example where we make use of bash scripting. Okay, and I have quite a few examples with me, so I will give you one by one. So first example or first scenario where we can make use of bash scripting is while taking a backup of the files that are present inside the server. Okay, this is the first scenario because taking a backup of a server manual is quite tedious task. Okay, so we can make use of bash scripting where we pass multiple commands that gets automatically run at a specified interval using a cron job. I will explain you what cron job exactly does. Yeah. So this is one of the example. Another scenario is to regularly check on a daily basis whether the services running on background are up or not. Okay, because there are various services that runs on a Linux system that are very important. Uh, and we always want to ensure that those services are always running. Okay, like HTTP service or Apache services. These are the some important services that should always run. Okay, and we also want to make sure that whenever we reboot our system, we want to check it on a daily basis or multiple times in a day. And to avoid a manual task of doing it, we can make use of make use of a bash scripting to do that. So this is one more example. Now, the another scenario that is also quite popular is that we can make use to like we can write a script to take a backup of Git repository by cloning them into a backup location. Because what happens if your code is present in Git repository, for example, GitHub, and you are not taking its backup regularly, then you might end up losing your important data, right? Or your important dependency file, your code file. So these are the some important scenarios where we can make use of bash scripting, and going forward, we are going to see lot of more content about bash scripting and its uses in Linux. Okay, so that's all about the introduction to bash. We will meet again with few more videos on the shell scripting. Okay, till then, keep learning. Bye bye.